Hello again. Today we're going to tie this woolly bugger with a squeaky bobbin again. This is another one of those patterns that it doesn't really imitate anything in particular, but it imitates a lot in general. So, I mean, this could be a leech, it could be a minnow, a fry, a small fry. It could be dragonfly nymph, something like that. Obviously, it's going to be a big nymph if it's a nymph, but it's a great pattern. Catches a lot of fish, both in lakes and in the still waters. Yeah, it's a really old pattern again, this one, but still works well to this day. So anyway, let's take that one out of the vise. And in the vise, I'm going to put a Camazan B830. This is in a size 10, and it's like they call it a trout classic lure long. Thread, uni 60 in black, and that's a 3.5mm black tungsten bead. Now I'm going to start the thread behind the bead, do a few turns, and then come down, nice, neat, touching turns, till I get to halfway between the point and the barb. Now I'm going to tie on the tail. Tail is just black marabou. We're going to catch this on and try and get these to behave. I'm just going to pinch a loop on there and wind these fibres up. There we go. Now I'm going to tie in some crystal flash. So this is like a fine crystal flash, and I'm going to put 4 pieces each side. So I'm going to take a piece out of the packet, fold it in half. Let's have a little look. Ooh, fold that in half. And now I'll try and do it on your side, but we're going to catch it. The tail's just a little bit too long. I'm just going to come back about there. I'm just going to have I like the tails to be about 1.5. No, it looks all right now. I'll look at it properly. The tail length, about 1.5 times the hook shank. But if you err on the side of long, you can always trim it on the bank. Right, 2 strands, crystal flash. Just hold it against, come round with a couple of turns. Oops, come here. Couple of turns. That's it. And now I'm going to fold this back, catch it. And I like to have sort of, almost the entire length of the tail with the crystal flash. That was a really short piece of crystal flash I pulled out the bag then, so normally I can get both sides out of one bit, but not in that case. That's all right. We'll just take another piece, and now I'm going to do exactly the same. Hold it on my side, catch it, fold it back, and there's your 4 strands, and then just trim to length. And there's your flash. Now I'm going to tie in a silver wire. I'm just supporting this hook. Long shank hooks can wobble around like this, so when I'm tying down, I do like to support the hook with my fingers. We're going to wax the thread, and I'm going to come in with a silver wire. This is like a medium silver wire, but you could use small, it would work. It's only to hold the hackle. We're going to run this down all the way to the base of the tail again, and there we go. I'm going to take the thread back up. The reason I keep going up, down, up, down, up, down with the thread is because I want to keep this as level as I can, this body. Now we're going to tie in some black suede chenille. So I'm just going to bare the core. You can see the chenille is basically whatever material they're using for the chenille, in this case it's suede, spun in between 2 bits of string, basically, like a dubbing loop, if you will. And we're going to catch this on, and then we're going to wrap this up nice and neatly, touching turns up the shank as we go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And then we're going to catch that off. 1, 2, 3 or 4 turns, hold it back, and then come in, mind your thread trim. We're just going to hold that back. We're going to neaten this up a little bit. So we're going to tie in the hackle. The hackle is just a grizzly feather. Just a grizzly feather that I got out of a whiting bugger pack. These whiting bugger packs, I mean, I've had this one for a long time. Is literally, if you can read that, whiting bugger pack, they're great. I use them for pike flies. I use these hackles for all sorts of things. We're going to tie this hackle in. Now, I've already checked that I've got the right length of hackle. I'm going to do one behind and then tie in. Get your little scissors in there and get that stalk off. There we go. Right then. Now we're just going to run that hackle back, palmering it down. So I'm going to do one complete turn at the front, and then I'm just going to palmer this down the shank equally, you know, as in equal turns, equal gaps between each turn. We're going to come round, I'm going to take my wire, I'm going to catch that feather with the wire, and then I'm going to quickly, oh, I don't like that bit, and then I'm going to quickly run the wire up through this hackle, really holding that hackle in. There we go. I'm going to catch the wire off at the front, hold it back, and now just wiggle, 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 wiggle. Come on, and it will break. You're much better off just keep wiggling it like that than you are using scissors, because you'll just ruin your scissors. Now, the rest of this hackle, you can just break off, be brave, bingo. And then we come in with a whip finish. So it really is as easy as that. I quite enjoy tying these, woolly buggers actually. Varnish on the thread, as I always do. Hold these hackles back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5's plenty, to be honest with you. 4's probably plenty, but we're going to come in, trim, have a look at your fly, and that's it. That is your basic woolly bugger. You know, sometimes if all else fails, stick a woolly bugger on, something will grab it. And there we go. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching that one again. Please like the video if you have enjoyed watching it. Please subscribe to the channel. As I've said before, it really does help me out. Leave a comment, tell me what you think. If there's anything I can improve on, you know, I'm open to criticism. I'm open to suggestions. If there's any fly you'd like me to tie, again, yeah, just leave me a comment and I'll get round to it. So, once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.